Welcome, watchers. Thank you for joining us here at Shield Wardens Shattered Lands, Session 4, I believe, if I got everything right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I do apologize that it has been a freaking month since we've been able to play this game. I had work, and then I had death in the family. So I'm going to dedicate this particular episode to my dad, who passed away Tuesday. He taught me how to play games, how to be a man, take care of people, and he will be missed. But that is why we missed the last 2 weeks in a row of trying to schedule this game. So we're back on our normal schedule, and it should be every other week from now on. And without further ado, let's have some fun. Let's play some games. Let's jump to our wonderful bard and his introduction.
Woo! That bard, he's so awesome. Oh shit, it's me. Damn. Who said that in the crowd? Thank you so much. No, I appreciate your time. Anyway, sorry if this sounds just a little bit belligerent. I wasn't too keen on meeting a village full of idiots, fucking illiterates, causing me strife. It's not exactly the kind of shit that I want in my life. So we were lucky enough to meet up with a geezer with a wagon full of stuff. Lucius acted tough, talking about flexing him. I got to chatting, sitting next to him. Geezer gave us a ride up to the estate. See, Lucius being tough would have been a mistake. Take it down a notch, yeah? Try to act calmer, so you don't have to keep testing your spray-painted armor. The plan we had, the one from before, well, please ignore as we crept in the back door. Shield Wardens rubbing shoulders with the muck-and-mucks. Well, now we're just a bunch of ninja sneaky fucks with a bunch of luck. Pious leading the way, avoiding violence today. What more can I say? But I like to say this, I've been all up in this bitch. Time spent on holiday that my mind had dismissed. Things don't live forever in my head, like the fact that there's a hidden path under the shed, or the Gallippus got a spot that they keep for their dead. Thought they were sex chambers, but instead, Nasos the brat had clearly gone mental, summoning a set of Sunkus elementals, fiery, flaming, his soul they've been claiming, asthmatic, getting static instead of just training, too hot to handle, so slick we disarmed. One by one, we fell for their charms. Sirens of fire, they set in my desire, switched a merc with a mouth to a hitman for hire. They made me a liar, saying that they didn't matter. Brain quagmired as I casted shatter. Regular patter getting mind controlled. They're about to find out, no doubt, what happens when my mind gets put on hold.
Yeah, y'all. All right.
I prefer his cousin. What the fuck?
Thank you very much, David. Appreciate that.
Fun.
A couple things. We are using miniatures from Hero Forge, which our mid-roll should cover, assuming I got all that set up right. That they don't know what the hell we do. They don't care. But they let us use their stuff anyways. We are not sponsored by them or by Dungeon Alchemist, of which the map that I am using is created by. And we're trying out a new program. So if things go crazy, I picked up Foundry with the help of our wonderful Lucius, and I've set things up so hopefully it will work well. And we have the view from my watch along account there, so we'll be able to look through somebody's eyes and see the darkness that's out there. All right, without further ado, when we left off, the party had dispatched the two flame beings that were in this room that had taken great delight in taking control of various elements of the party and utilizing their abilities to help fight off the rest of the group. Now they have defeated them. Laying on the floor, bleeding, short of breath, Nasos lays there. The mirror stands with the image of a demon still watching along as you guys are there in the room. We're going to start just the initiative order. I'm not sure where exactly we left off, but it was highlighted on Peos. So I think, does that means that you finished it, right? Like you were the last attack? If you remember.
Yeah, I think that was correct, that I Yeah, because I did that whole jumping thing where I went and slashed him up and continued, and then I whipped around, and then I was done, and he collapsed on the ground.
Okay.
So,
in which case, Randolph, it is your turn.
Randall's going to spend a turn literally just like coming out of the charm and reflecting on the fact that about 6 seconds earlier, he literally had pointed at these guys in this room and said, none of you matter.
All right.
And I'm going to be quiet. Gonna just maybe walk out the room real quick and just take a moment into the shadows and just think about what's happened.
Okay. Next up would be Karina, who is going to kind of step close to this mirror and start like trying to examine the mirror, trying to see, if she can discern anything of its nature using her ability of arcane investigation in a manner. Let's do she's gonna roll this. Not bad. Okay. Cool. So she is currently examining this mirror, with the demon looking back at her, and she starts like reaching around, and she's like touching the various runes and like analyzing it, starting to gather information, and it seems like she's very interested in it. Like she's starting to make headway into some of the magic utilized in this mirror. And Lucius, you are next. What would you like to do?
Well, Lucius first is kind of like start, playing with his temple and rubbing his head, and he'll look at everybody and just be, I'm really sorry. I don't know, my head was foggy and I couldn't tell who was who, so sorry if I really injured one of you guys. And then he's gonna go up to the guy who's on the floor bleeding out. And I don't know if I can use both, but I wanted to like tie his hands to his back.
Okay.
And then cast a healing word on him.
Sending very mixed messages.
Well, the thing is, we don't want this guy dead, do we?
No.
So
I mean, I'm not in the room, man. You do you. I'm literally in a corner outside the room.
So I just want to tie his hands so he can't run away or do anything, and just heal him real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that would be an action and your bonus action. So I think that would be totally sufficient.
Try to cast a spell. How do I do that? Okay, there we go. So that's 7.
Okay. Yeah, so you bind his hands. How are you binding them? Like in front of him, behind him? Like,
probably behind him,
okay.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, so you kind of like roll him over a little bit, and you bind his hands, and then cast healing word, and he gasps and starts like kind of coughing up a little bit of blood. He's laying there on the floor, still trying to regain his wits. Which, if you guys wanted him alive, good job. He had 1 death save left to fail. Ooh. So I was rolling him in the background as you guys were.
I'll look into his eyes, and I'll tell him, if you scream, I'm gonna put you back down. And that'll be my turn.
All right, very nice. And that's really the reason why we were in initiative. I wanted to make sure that if you guys wanted to save him, that you either had the opportunity to try before he, rolled 1 more death save and, possibly failed, possibly succeeded. So we can jump out of initiative at this point. Everyone's out of the room. Was there anything before, because I think the only one I missed right now is Hendrix, was there anything you wanted to do?
The only thing would have been search this guy to make sure he's got nothing on him that could help him escape or be a hindrance to us in the future. And if he's got any gold on him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be against taking that.
Of course. Roll me an investigation check.
You should probably gag him while you're at it.
What do you say? Gag him? Okay.
Yeah, we don't want him doing anything to get us caught.
Oh. I spend most of my attention gagging him and find almost nothing.
Yeah. It's odd that despite him having like a coin purse on him. I think it's because the way he was like rolled over, you just kind of miss it altogether. But there's nothing like glaringly obvious. He has no weapons upon him. Nothing that you can discern to be a threat or an issue. But yeah, you're able to definitely gag him, and perfect. They're in there, and while you guys are dealing with Nasos and getting kind of this general room set up, Karina's still investigating this mirror, and you hear, "Come here, little one." And a hand reaches out of the mirror and grabs hold of her and yanks her right into the mirror.
Oh, shit.
Having her just gonna vanish from the room itself.
No. Big.
I'll shake the guy we've got. What did you do?
Again, I'm not in the room.
He's gagged, just like looks up.
Pius would run over to the mirror and hit on it.
You see a smiling demon looking back at you. In fact, you actually don't even see, like, even though it's a mirror, it's almost more like a picture at this state. You can see the room in the reflection with the demon. Like, there's the demon, and then you can see bits of the room that you're in, kind of like reflected around the demon's visage, but you don't see yourself reflecting in the mirrors at all.
I look behind.
It's like set up on a platform, like those, like, kind of old school mirrors that someone might put in like their bedroom or whatever. So it's got a stand. If you look behind it, it's not attached to the wall at all. There's like a solid, like, dark backing like most mirrors would have, but nothing, nothing attached, nothing that you can discern.
I've come back into the room hearing the sound of shouting and tapping and whatever. What happened?
Demon
Where?
took mirror.
Do I see the demon in there?
Yes. Yeah, the demon's still in the mirror. Had been the whole time. He's just kind of smiling, and he slowly kind of shifts his gauge throughout all of them.
As a natural reaction to seeing that, I'm going to cast Shatter on the mirror.
Okay.
I have not looked around the room. I do not realize that Karina is not in the room.
All right.
Bye-bye, Karina.
Let's see. Shatter's a 20-foot. So I think it's pretty much everybody in the room, right?
Yeah.
So roll damage. Everyone give me Constitution saving throws. Oh.
All right.
Speaking of, Nasos.
Yeah, he's going to go right back down again.
Oh, Nasos.
This spell has got some drawbacks, you guys. I'm starting to come across this.
There's a few,
There's a few drawbacks.
A few.
I'm going to
thought
cast
that
it
was his damage.
second level.
13.
Okay. So that's going to be 2d. It's a 10-foot radius sphere centered on the point.
10-foot radius.
Yeah.
So that would be still everybody in the room.
3d8.
I got a 21 on the con.
Yeah, you made it with that.
I've got an
Hendrix
11.
fails.
That is a total of 11 points of thunder damage.
All right.
Half down to 5 if you pass the.
Luckily for people who are using spell slots, Nasos is damaged but seems to remain conscious, as I got a natural 20 for his.
But it does do more damage on mirrors, on objects.
Yes.
On objects, it does.
Double, I think. Or they have disadvantage.
No, it also
Extra.
takes the damage if it's in the spell's area. So it also takes 11 points of damage.
All right.
So my question is this mirror hardier than a human being, a typical peasant?
Given the fact that it is a magical item, it will be pretty hardy. However, you do see a little crack form, like, in the mirror, and the demon just chuckles as he slowly fades out of view.
I'm going to tell you right now, this doesn't do damage to magical items.
Then if it doesn't do damage to magic, then it will not do anything. I was going to give you something for it.
Does it still disappear or no?
Yeah, the demon will slowly just like laugh at you as you cast it. It'll slowly disappear, and the mirror seems to become once more like a mirror. You can see yourselves in the image. You can see the room that you're surrounded in. It is fairly dark in here as the candles have gone out. I don't know if anyone is using any form of light, but now that between the demon not being there and the flame beings,
I do still. I did have that rock, but I'm fairly sure that during the battle, I would have definitely dropped that rock.
Oh yeah, I can cast light on my shield so everybody can see.
That works. I think what Randy was saying is that he had come down with your stone that you would cast.
Yeah. That's what I said. I can just cast light on my shield so everybody can see light.
Perfect. Yeah, awesome. So here you are in this room. Nasos is bound and gagged, bleeding again, worse than he was when you woke him up, but he is still awake. And he's kind of like looking around with his, kind of milky eyes anyways. They're not very good, but he is tracking you guys as best he can from his tied up position.
I think Lucius will look at Randall. That demon took her. Don't know what the hell happened, and I'm gonna take off the gag of this guy and tell him, you better tell us what the hell's going on here.
All right, let's see. Hendrix, you have a passive perception of like 18 or something. Is that all right?
Yes.
Just checking everyone to see.
Yes.
Because you have like 8, right? Is your perception skill? Yeah. Okay.
Now double checking, but yeah.
Yeah, something ridiculous. I was just looking. All right, 15 there.
My passive perception's only 12. I ain't noticing anything around me.
So
yeah, passive 18.
Nasos kind of looks over at you, Lucius. What? Where'd you come from? What is this?
If you don't answer me, that's the last thing you're gonna worry about.
Give me intimidation check. Meanwhile, Peos and Hendrix start hearing footsteps on stone.
I move in a strategic position.
Are the footsteps from outside the room or behind us?
They appear to be from further, like, outside of this, somewhere, though, in this, like, crypt area.
Sadly, I got an 8.
Okay. He looks up at you and says, "Doesn't matter. If he's gone, I may never get back contact. And I'm worthless anyways. Kill me if you like."
Can I smack him with my shield and knock him out?
No!
Sure.
I reach out too late.
Yeah. Too late.
I want to happen. I'm like, no!
So, you want me to roll anything, or it just happens?
I think, like, he is at, like, 2 hit points. So if you want to
just
knock him out, it's not hard. But you're not aiming to kill him, right? You're just trying to...
No, I try and knock him out so I can take him with us or something.
Okay.
And I'll re-gag him.
All right.
Sorry, I heard you too late.
No. We're asking questions of a guy who wants to not answer those questions. We have ways to get around that. The guy's a noble. He's weak. It's fine.
It's okay. We'll bring him with us. I'll drag him around.
Okay. I'm just saying, right now we're on an estate that has his name on it. And there are guards whose sole job is to make sure that he stays alive.
I'm sorry, I didn't think ahead of.
Yeah, Lucius, man, you gotta slow it down, my dude. Okay.
It's all that adrenaline. I'm sorry, man. Once it starts pumping,
I get it. Listen, I owe you an apology too. I owe you all apology. It wasn't me who said that. You guys do matter. Okay.
It's all right. Something happened to me too. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, no, they were in my head. I don't like that.
In the meantime, Peos, you start spotting individuals rushing towards the room. And in steps a group of guards, all in like the brown livery of like the Nasos estate. And there seems to be quite a few of them kind of gathering in, all with like shields and spears, presenting themselves. And one steps forward. You! What are you doing here? And he seems to be kind of like stepping more cautiously as the guards start to like kind of filter in into the crypts here.
You got this right.
I kind of look over at Randall and what the fuck look, and yeah, right.
How many are there?
Maybe 7, maybe more.
You've got this. You're good.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Demon attack.
And I don't recognize you. What are you doing here?
Special request.
Starts walking in a little bit closer while these other guards are kind of filtering around. Definitely looking suspiciously at you.
I'm gonna maneuver back in the doorway.
And he steps around.
You want me to... okay. Oh, hello, gentlemen. I'm so glad that you finally come down and joined us. It's taken a while. I see that the head of the guards has not let you know that we're here to retrieve our good friend. Nasos is one of my family's oldest friends, as you see. We found him almost beaten within an inch of his life, the poor tyke. Luckily, myself and my very band of adventurers was able to come along just at the right time and to make sure that everyone is okay. Now, my first question is to you, who has the wine? You?
2 things here. Give me a persuasion, I'm assuming, or deception. Whichever one you're kind of going. Probably more deception, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
And then a perception check as well.
So the deception roll is a beautiful 19.
Okay.
And the perception roll is another 19.
All right.
I rolled a 17 on that, +2. Nice.
You see this guard that seems to have taken charge and is walking ahead. He has long, dark hair pulled back in a ponytail with a white streak like kind of going down the middle of his hair. He has 2, oddly enough, like he's got boots on, but like you can see peeking out of the boots a black sock on one side and a white sock on the other side. And he is standing there with his sword, like his shield and spear, and he like looks past you and sees Nasos on the ground, and looks over to you. He's like, well, I suppose it is good that you were able to come. Now that he has been saved by you, how about we untie him and get him to see the family doctors?
Oh, I absolutely think that's the right thing to do. I say folding my arms, ensuring that my cufflinks are on full display to his line of sight. I think that's a jolly good idea. The fellow suffered some sort of fit, and we just had to restrain him for worry that he was going to bash his head against the wall again. You can see he's done it a number of times. Still, I do think that you should take him through to the family doctor. Maybe we accompany you. What's your name?
I'm Eris. I am the head of the guard here at this state.
Eris. I think I know that name well. Truly a man who is able to look beyond the obvious.
He smiles. Well, let's get him to a room in the estate, and we can fetch a doctor, and maybe I can ask you some more questions about what happened here.
Do we hear this conversation or no?
I would assume so. I mean,
Okay, I'll ungag him and take off the rope, and I'll grab him and slowly bring him out, and I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm not going to say that.
No problem. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are able to. Is there anything you guys desire to do as the guards kind of will end up filtering around as you come out with Nasos, Lucius? They will kind of start to surround you a little bit. Not necessarily like aggressively, but like mainly like aid and, you know.
I just want to follow Randall's lead because I kind of fuck shit up. So yeah, I'll just bring him out and give him to whoever comes by me first, and I'll just be like, watch his head.
Okay. Yeah, if you're gonna hand him off, two of the guards are gonna kind of come around, and they will for sure take Nasos.
And if anything, I'm gonna look at Randall and Pius because I heard Pius mention the demon thing. We saw some weird sorcery in that mirror. You might want to have somebody who has that kind of skill check into it, but we don't know what he was doing down here. But it wasn't, good.
Forgive my friend. They're rather given to dramatic moments. I fear that maybe the light caught us at an unpleasant moment, and he perhaps witnessed what he perceived to be an ugly visage, certainly not one of a demon. That's obviously insane. The Gallipos estate would never have such a thing. Am I right? I say, taking a quick panoramic view of all of the soldiers to see who's reacting.
They all kind of like nod, like, yeah, right. And Eris nods.
Sorry, maybe he was casting spells, and I did maybe see something. I don't know. I don't know about magic. I'm sorry. I'm just a soldier.
It's true. He's actually bumped his head a number of times.
It's quite common amongst our profession, I suppose. Anyways, before too many words are wasted, let us get them to a comfortable place, and we can see to his care.
Indeed. Perhaps you and I may speak for a moment here, Eris.
Of course.
As the others head on.
Of course. Guards, why don't you lead the rest up and guide them to the lodge? Anyone else, as it seems like Eris will kind of seems to hang back with Rome's here, Randolph. Anyone wanting to do anything or any actions as two of the guards, I gotta get off of that screen. Two of these guards start leading Nasos, like they're carrying Nasos up between the two of them, bringing him out and into the upper levels. Anything else anyone is attempting to do? The other guards seem to now be content, at least it seems like it, that Eris seems to be fine with you guys. They start filtering out as well, making their way out of the immediate area.
Does it look like any of them was off when the mirror was brought up, and actually any of them looked at the mirror and specifically?
Why don't you give me an insight check?
8.
Yeah, it seemed more that they were concerned for their ward, and they didn't seem to react at all when the mirror was mentioned, nor did they even really give it a second glance when they came to the room to pick up Nasos. There is one guard that kind of remains behind and stands by the door, but otherwise Eris remains kind of in the crypts here with you, Randolph.
One thing before we leave these crypts.
Mm-hmm.
This statue at the back here,
mm-hmm.
on the altar, is that, I don't want to say noticeable, but do I know who that is? Is it like a known deity, or is it just a creepy statue with wings?
Yeah, so if you want to give me a religion, arcana, history, whatever check you think might be applicable to recognizing a statue.
We'll go history.
I'll give you guidance.
Okay.
Thank you.
Add D4.
For an 11 total.
Okay. It has very demonic kind of visages to it. Could possibly have been like some sort of winged tiefling, but you really don't know any historical or any reference to that particular creature, or what it might actually represent.
I'll walk out the doorway, just looking at Lucian, and let's get the fuck out of here. This place is giving me the creeps, and we've already lost one person in the mirror.
Yeah, so I'll follow Hendrix.
All right, perfect. And Eris just kind of like sits back. In fact, he will lean his spear up against this crypt that you guys are standing next to, this like sarcophagus, and he pulls out a black root and starts to light it. He pulls out like a match and strikes it, lights this black root. So what brings you here?
Well, knowledge.
Knowledge is important.
It is. And sometimes knowledge is dangerous.
This is true.
I really hope you understand what I'm saying.
I caught it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the only reason why you are all probably alive.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure if there was anyone like me around in this kind of area. Imagine my surprise.
Well, when the lady has concerns about families or individuals, she's able to find ways.
I would say we've seen some reasons to be concerned. Where's the professor?
Professor? Oh, that crow fellow that he brought. Nasos arranged for one of the airships, for the family airships, to pick him up, take him away.
When?
Hours ago, perhaps. They beat you guys here. I don't know when you exactly got in, but they got here pretty quickly. They arrived on Hippogriff yesterday at some point, and earlier anyways, a few hours ago, an airship came. I didn't know what was going on and didn't have time to report much. I had to send word after the fact, and I was surprised when I saw you here that the lady even got my word in time.
We're not here because of your word. We're here off our own back. That guy is of interest. So look, this is what I think is a good plan. We are going to head back, and it'll be like we weren't here.
It's probably for
I
best.
suggest you secure the manifest for that airship, find out where it was heading.
I will. I'll make some inquiries, and I'll pass that along. You said something about a mirror and a demon.
Yeah, there's a mirror. There was a demon in it. We think that it's either trapped in the mirror or it's using that mirror as a way to get through. Either way, Nasos is absolutely up to it and all the way over his head.
It's not surprising, the little shit. He always resented not being able to be full status, and always resented being I don't know, is he considered it second class? Oh, are all these ones okay? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
But
I figured they're with you.
Yeah. There's okay and there's okay. In a chess game,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But look, I will say this. We're going to head down out the back. We're going to wait down on the path there. We're going to be there until just past sunset. If you can get to us before then with the information.
I'll do my best.
Could I ask a favor, though?
Yeah, what? Of course.
Raid his room. Raid the ever-loving fuck out of his room. Get a guy like that likes to write down what he's doing and pretend that he's writing a great book. Am I right?
Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I've been meaning to do such, and He tends to keep things locked up and concealed, but seeing as he now is out of action, it's not like he can protest, can he?
If it comes to it and you take a whole bunch of stuff and give it to us, we'll take it off, and you can say that we broke in and took the things. I'm okay with that.
All right. And is he to be fully detained, or would you like me to just keep him here?
He has to believe that he's got away with it. I need that scared rabbit to his little home. I want to know who he runs to. And so does she.
And your name,
I'll say,
so that I can pass that along when I give her my reports.
tell her it's the fuck up. She'll know who it is.
All right. Yeah, I will. I'll do my searches. I will send word if I can make it to you. Where am I going to meet you?
At the back gate, go down that pathway, follow it down the hill a ways until it joins the main road.
Oh, yes. The hunting trail. Yes.
Exactly. One last thing.
Yes.
Has the Galipos estate had any dealings with the Loams?
I mean, of course, she's had him up here before in the past. How much or how tied she is to whatever her son is doing, I don't know. She loves her money, she loves her power, she loves the influence she can wield, given the almost sole provider of hippogriffs to much of the Layton people.
Okay.
If much other than passing interest with the Loams, I cannot say. Sorry.
So it's not like she has a dalliance with him?
No, he's been here maybe 2 or 3 times since I started working here in the last 4 years, so I don't consider him of the highest level of her confidants.
That's good. Thank you, Eris. Truly, I appreciate your time.
Of course, that's what I'm here for.
We should away before they notice how long we're spending down here.
Of course. Again, if you guys need anything else, let me know. I will try to keep an eye on this place a little closer. I never been to the crypts. Every now and then he has us stand guard, but
yeah, you might want to do a proper sweep through here. That statue is creepy as fuck.
Yeah. He sits there like staring at it as he takes a big long drag off of his black root. Yeah, I'll search it after I search his room. I think whatever he's got there is probably of the more imperative.
Yeah,
for you guys.
100%. Yeah.
Did you guys want to access, or should I just do it for you?
I look at the others and I mean, they know we're here. There's more of them, and they're going to be looking out for us now. It's probably better for us to leave and let him do what he's going to do.
It's up to you.
Indeed.
You can.
Although I could probably do a better search than these people could.
I'll leave it to you. I'll let you guys talk. I'm gonna go up before my men start wandering. I'll start guiding them to get him there and send him off to find a doctor.
Send them down to the far end of the house, the south side, into the corner. That little tucked away room that's down there.
Yeah.
Keep them located in and around that room. That should free up the rest of the house should we choose to actually want to search it properly.
No problem. Yes, I can do that.
I reach out my hand and I hold it to be shaped.
Okay, I'll reach out and take your hand.
And the top finger will come in and rub very slightly against the palm of his finger.
And he quickly, will casually do the same back.
Okay. And that's a web.
And he nods, grabs his spear. Blackroot still in between his lips as he starts walking out. He exits the crypts and heads up to the estate. with you guys still in the crypts here, the other guard will depart as well behind him, kind of like flanks him and walks along with him. And you can kind of hear him as they walk. Boss, are we just gonna leave them down here? And he looks at him. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They're good.
Randall, you're a fucking genius. I thought they were gonna die down here.
What the hell did we get away with that?
Don't worry
This
about
little
it.
bastard.
The old charm person, innit? You know what I mean? Winning personality. Can't lose every time. I'll make friends everywhere I go. Don't even worry about it, bro. Shall we?
Yeah, well,
Indeed. And Pios just
Lead the way.
walks.
yeah. I'll go
But-
quickly.
We should probably.
Which way did the guards go? Because I don't assume they went through the same entrance we did.
That's a good shout.
That depends. He told them to have the guards sent to where we came from, right? That little room. So we probably got to go to the house
to the
now or
south.
something. Oh, the guy just okay. Oh.
Are we searching his room or not?
Are you saying this as we're walking?
Yep.
I look at you. Do I get the sense? I mean, your face is a poker face at the best of times. Is there even the slightest hint that maybe you're like, we very much should search this guy's room?
I think so. You would actually pick up on that.
Okay, I'm gonna be.
Like Pios doesn't trust anybody lower than his status, and guards he feels are lower than his status. So
Yeah, no, sure. Eris is just a normal guard. Don't worry about it. Then, yeah, we should absolutely just we should follow your lead. Then, lead on, Badger boy.
and I guess I go wherever they said this room was at. Or
Okay.
did they?
I mean, they didn't, but let's activate the. So hopefully this one works. Is everyone on this screen now? The.
Did
It
it?
says
Yeah.
All right.
98% loading.
Okay, still loading. That's fine. I just wanting to make sure that worked.
Yep, it did. There it is.
Cool. It's so weird that then crypts are gone
Hey.
again from my thing. But that's good. We're done with the crypts. You done with the crypts?
The Crypts are never done with you.
No. You got to get beaten
Hey.
out, and then.
Pios is all about the blood.
Oh Lord.
Guess I'm rolling with the hundreds.
All right. So yeah, you guys exit. The estate is out there. It seems now devoid of guards. I don't remember if I removed them from. Yeah, they're not on this map right now. So it is devoid of guards as far as you can see at the moment. What are you guys up to?
I'm following Pios and avoiding eye contact with Hendrix, who is definitely staring at me like, what the actual...
Yep.
Am I wrong?
No, you got this. Right. You hit me a couple times with spells, and then just brushed it off like it was nothing. Told us you didn't like us. Then I see you talking weird to a guard, and now we're all off the hook. So I'm dubious at the moment.
Some really critical roles happened in there to establish the proper lines of communication, which is awesome. All right. There is a door right there in front of you, Pios, there that leads into the kitchen area.
I think he would go through the kitchen area.
Okay, let me.
Apparently, there's a wall that I'm colliding into.
Yeah. Hold on. There's the door. The door's over here.
Before we go inside, I'm just gonna pull out Daisy from the pocket. Just let her circle around in the sky. Just so she's outside, so she can give us a heads up if anyone starts coming back into the house. Anyone turns up unexpected outside.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Let me actually look over this. And which room did you tell them to make sure everyone was kind of I forget.
Listen, I don't know
picked one.
the actual location of the room in this house, but I do remember that there was a very small room on the ground floor that had no windows and had just one set of doors going into it. And I noticed it as being absolutely the worst place to try and have a smoke in the middle of the night.
There is a room, kind of like from where you are, directly down the hall in the south. And we'll call that the one that you remembered. So, yeah, or you were.
Before he takes off, I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
On who?
The one searching the room.
Us.
So you're currently in this house here. Randy, are you coming into?
Yeah. Sorry, I was making myself a sandwich. Apologies.
No, it's all good. All good.
We are in the kitchen,
So this is.
Yeah, I'm in character. I'm nailing the role play.
Yeah, you just got it. Spot on. I love it. So yeah, you would know that the door that Pios is in front of there leads into a hallway that leads into the house itself.
Right.
And then as Pios opens the door, you can spot there's two guards along with Eris down the hallway, and Eris is speaking to the two guards, and he hears the door.
The door, like officially, like here I am, open. I'm gonna like crack it,
Yeah. Okay.
subtly.
So give me a stealth check, because I like making people roll for everything.
I think I'd be pretty much doing the same thing at the other door. If you
Okay.
want me to do it at the same time.
16.
Okay. 16, and let me see what Eris
You
rolls.
dice suck. Back to the old dice.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. You crack it open. You can see the three down there talking. Eris and two of the guards are speaking in front of a doorway. Hendrix, yeah, you are you trying to do that stealthily, or
Yeah, I'll take the lead of Pius and just try and open this door and have a peek in without being noticed.
Okay, so go ahead and all right. You crack the door open, and you see in there's like a big barrel. You can spot some like shelves with some food items in there. It seems to be that this is like a pantry room.
I'm like, right. Toddle it in. Little look about.
Is there cake? Because if there's cake,
Yeah, let's get some grub.
Yeah, I mean there are definitely some
Bottles
pastries.
of wine.
Bottles of wine. There would be a couple stashed like on the shelves to the south side of this room. There would be a few. Let me click on you so that people can see. There would be a few bottles of wine like stashed in there on the kind of bottom.
I will take a bottle of the fanciest looking wine there is there.
Okay, perfect. No problem. You definitely can do that. You grab a fairly fancy looking bottle of wine. Yep.
are there any small bags of flour? Hendrix, can you see any small bags of flour?
If he wants to find them, there are definitely bags of flour there, as it's got like all the stuff that like a well-stocked noble kitchen would have.
There's
Really?
flour.
Can you get me a? I proffer one of my pouches, which is empty. Can you fill that up for me?
Bring the pouch here then.
All right.
You're here now, you might as well fill it up.
I should have seen it coming, but yeah, fair enough.
I love it. All right, Peos, what are you doing while they're?
I'm watching them, see what they're doing. Is what's his face telling him to basically go the hell away, or?
So he is standing there and kind of giving them instructions. But you hear, keep watch over him in the guest room. I'm going to see that our guests are properly arranged, and if they desire any travel provisions so they may make their way back. I've already dispatched guards for doctors. Keep them safe. And then he starts kind of walking slowly down this hall.
I kind of back away from the door and look over into the pantry, curious, and your friend's coming, Randall.
Here?
Yeah, we y'all may want to vacate the.
Yep.
And he gets to the door and he like pushes it open,
Shut it behind it.
steps in.
It's just what you do.
No. You guys have come in. His room is on the front side of the house. And, well, it's the only room in the front, actually. But I can show you to it if you like.
Please.
Yes.
All right, follow. And he just turns and starts walking back in. He nods to the guards and begins. Let me make sure I'm following someone who is in this area. Yeah, so he is kind of making his way through, and he leads over to this doorway here and steps in. Well, actually, he opens the door and then he'll step back, say, "This is his quarters here."
Give us. Please ensure that we have 10 minutes just now, okay?
No problem. I've got the 2 guards there, and the rest are heading to the town for a physician.
So he's just gonna look at him and he's gonna be like, you know what, you're not such a bad guy. And he's gonna give him like a little salute with the spear.
He'll kind of return the salute. Doesn't really say anything in response to that, though. He's just like, okay, nods and waits kind of outside the room, letting you guys go in.
So Pius goes over to this door right here.
Okay.
Is it unlocked?
Yeah.
I unlock it, so I open it up, or basically peek in.
Yep. You see what looks to be a bathroom.
Fancy.
Yep.
I go over to this door.
All right. I'm gonna.
Lock.
No, it's not locked.
Peek in.
It appears to be a bedroom.
Okay. I'm gonna come back in this room.
All right. No problem.
After sitting on the toilet.
Pius uses the restroom and then moves on.
I assume this is a big chest of some sort.
It's like a giant,
wardrobe.
Yeah, wardrobe sort of a thing.
Locked or just free swinging doors?
Free swinging doors. I mean, there's like a keyhole, but it doesn't appear to be locked.
Yeah, I'm gonna search underneath the bed, search for creaking boards, paintings underneath rugs. I mean, thoroughly search. Like not in the obvious places either. Like in the weird places that you would hide stuff.
All right.
So,
why don't you give me an investigation check, Hendrix? What are you doing with the wardrobe?
I'm opening it up and looking at the clothes. To be honest, I want to see if there's any nice cloaks, fashionable items, stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's filled with a series of like fine clothing, cut in like the more modern and fashionable style, as well as cloaks. Again, similar, various colors. So it seems like he's got multiple, very like kind of bright prime color sort of array of cloaks for the most part. He does have like one that looks like well worn and more like a travel cloak, as well as like one dark, like one black, almost fine, like dress looking like cloak, like a one you'd wear to more of a formal gathering, less functional.
And seeing Paos give it this thorough check, I'm just gonna start knocking on the sides, see if there's any hollow in the back. Does it face false bottom?
Yeah. Why don't you give me an investigation check?
So with the guidance that Theo gave me, 16 total.
Okay. All right.
Straight 10.
I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Hendrix as he's doing his search.
Well,
I will
and as
use
you're
that.
at it, why don't you go ahead and roll again as like an advantage, because I'm assuming Randy's helping you as well. Okay.
Oh,
Then I
and
would
the
have
great
got an
thing about my
18.
participation, that gives you an extra D6,
Right.
and you can re-roll that D6 twice if you don't like that first number.
Good lord.
Creation bards, baby.
Yeah.
Mode potential.
You had an 18, so you just want to roll a d6
With an advantage, yeah. If he's
Yeah.
just helping me straight.
Yeah. But then, so you can keep the 18. If you wanted to add a d6, you can just roll. I don't know how to roll separately, but you can roll up to that one.
If you've got a button for your bardic inspiration, do you want to quickly roll it? I'll roll it into you.
Oh, I mean,
Is it a D6?
Yeah.
it's bud. I'm just going to mark it on
Six.
my.
Okay. So that's a 24 for you. Perfect. Pios, you do a search of the room, and for the most part, everything's pretty normal in the room. Like you find like the standard stuff. You do find a diary there, giving like a quick perusal of that said diary. You see a lot of notations of like, mom doesn't like me, and I'm a disgrace to the family.
So as soon as I see that, I just throw it on the bed.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be a lot. You do find a small pouch of coins, kind of like tucked away behind the bed, with various like gold and platinum coins within.
Yeah, take that.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
You don't need to be more.
Hendrix, you're kind of like knocking and pushing in various areas. And as you go, you find one spot that seems a little suspicious. And upon further inspection, you discover that there's like a small, like maybe foot by foot section in the back and the bottom of this large wardrobe thing that kind of is on a teeter scale sort of thing. So you're able to push on one side and it like lifts up. And within there's a series of papers and a book in there as well. And then even another bag, another little pouch in there.
I'll pass the paperwork over to Randall and just say, why don't you have a look over this? And I'll pocket the pouch as well.
Okay, perfect. Remind me that you pocket that pouch whenever you decide you want to investigate the contents there.
So I've got the book and I've got the parchment as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I recognize the book?
What languages do you speak?
Well, I claim to speak a bevy of languages, but Common is a classic.
Mm-hmm.
I also speak Elvish and Halfling and Undercommon.
Okay. Whatever script it is written in, it does not appear to be something that you're familiar with. And all of it seems to be written from the various parchments, and the book itself all seems to be written in some other language.
Lucius, take a look at this. It's giving me a headache.
Yeah, I'll take a look, but I only know Common and Elvish, so I'm like, I have no idea. Is there any way that I could make a roll to try to maybe figure out what it is?
Sure. Give me a roll of whatever you think you would want.
Can you imagine in real life if you like pick up something that's got like in Cyrillic script? You're like,
This looks like it's...
Will you say Arcana, or should I do like History?
Yeah, whichever one you think.
I think I'll do Arcana. Since... Could I cheat and give myself a D4?
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely trying something that you know of, so like you're aware that you're going to be.
Okay, I have no idea how to add a D4 here. Oh, I don't know shit.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have no idea. I shouldn't even be looking at books at this point. I'm sorry, bro.
What is reading? Yeah, it's some weird script, but you have the papers, so there's perhaps ways that you can get more information in the future.
I'm going to claim that nice black cloak that was in his cupboard and just dawn it over my shoulders. Put it on.
Yeah, no problem.
And
All right.
how do I look, Randall?
Maybe you should get some boots while
You
you're
look
here.
baller. You look great. That's a good style.
Some
Boots. No, these laces are tied up and they're never coming off again.
Well, I mean, you say that now, but be careful when you say the L word. Passes in the room, then.
Oh, that's right.
I'm looking around the room. I mean, we found his secrets to a large degree, right?
Mm-hmm. It
I'm
seems.
looking around the room, and I'm thinking to myself, if I was a gimp who has severe issues moving around, who's asthmatic and poorly, where's the chair? Where is his sitting space? Where does he go for his natural spot? And I'm looking around this room, and I'm trying to get a feel for it, and I'm like, there is something I'm not getting in this room. Because everything about this room looks like it's designed for a perfectly able person. And I think that he would have a little something. Can I do an investigation check to see if there's something extra that I'm not seeing?
Is this a desk up here?
There is another room attached to the bathroom.
Oh, there is?
Yes.
Okay. This is what happens when Randall is a detective. He literally just stands in the middle of the room and he's like, well, there it is. I'm going to wander on through to that room then.
I'll give you guidance since you look like you're in Sherlock Holmes mode.
Right.
Yeah. Fair one. I'll take it. Can I investigate the secondary room if that's okay?
Yeah, if you want. It is down. Yeah, you can go out that way or down. The door is in the corner over
this way.
Yeah.
I look at Pius and I'm like, do you need to go?
Depending. I'm here for toilet paper.
He's gonna hold it for you.
I'm here for toilet paper.
So this is an adjoining room that goes into that space there. I feel like there is something in this room. Do I have an insight or a perception that could be correct on this?
You're welcome to make any rolls you desire to make, as always. I'm cool with people rolling. If you do desire, you have been given advantage by Shadow Soldier PR in our chat. Take a quick moment to mention that to anyone watching or wanting to watch this game live. We do stream it on Twitch every other Monday, hopefully, assuming everything works out right. But jump on in because you can influence the game. You can, right now, we have ability to give advantage, to give healing potions. In the future, we may integrate other things. One of the Heroes and Hooligans does like random encounter stuff, so maybe we'll integrate some of that when we get more people regularly watching us live, so that we have that option if you want to throw something at the party.
Okay. I've gone with perception.
Okay.
Just trying to get a feel for who Nasos is. I rolled a 14. I added the guidance, and I rolled a 4 off of that. So I got an 18.
Okay. Feel for who Nasos is. I mean, you know quite a bit from just your limited dealings with him so far, but you kind of get this just general sense that he is kind of like an inconvenience, I guess, in a way to the family. So it doesn't seem like, though he has nice stuff, what he does have is nice. It doesn't seem like they've made any effort to make his life easier.
Right.
Any effort to make any accommodations for his issues. And I mean, he can move around, but it's always been at like a limping, slow gait. So just to the point, like he's just between his issues with his eyes and his like weakness and inability to like move around quickly, he's been kind of cast out.
Okay.
And whether he's fully embraced it or whether his family has restricted his access to things, I think you generally get the idea that it's more like he just doesn't have much or anything of his own here.
All right. I'm going to mark. I'm going to leave a message on the mirror next time that it mists up in the bathroom, saying, "Always watching you." And I'm going to leave a symbol underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to leave a little jackdaw silhouette symbol underneath it,
Okay.
like a little magpie.
All right. Cool. No problem. I was also going to add in, just by your insight and everything, you also know this is kind of like the secondary residence for the family. So
Right.
he may have more things at his primary. This is like the vacation home, though.
Right.
It seems like, based on the use of the room, that it's been fairly well used recently. Like, it hasn't. So maybe this is his favorite retreat area to go to. But yeah. All right. Cool. You guys you feel fairly confident, based on everyone's searching of this area, that you probably have found what little could be found here in this room. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Me personally, no. I'm quite satisfied.
Yeah, I think we should get out of here before our luck runs out.
I agree.
Sounds good. All
I
right.
don't know how long my charm person spell is going to last, you know.
Inside check.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and roll your deception.
Oh, let's see what he does in his insight first.
Yeah. That's true. If it's complete crap, it's like, oh.
8. I'm like, magic. We need to learn more about magic.
Yeah. It's this mysterious thing that you don't fully grasp. Eris is outside in the hallway waiting as you exit.
That's us.
Roger.
Yeah. We'll see you later. Actually, no, we won't.
I'm gonna look at Eris and I'm gonna be like, since you already know why we're here and all this that happened, do you want me to save you the doctor trip and just heal him real quick?
Nah, let the little shit suffer.
Okay. I was just being nice because you seem like a decent person, but yeah, that's cool.
That's okay. He could use a nap, and I could use a little time off.
Yeah, you should get some wine and cheese and just have a good old time.
I need a break. This guy's an ass.
Well, you take care of yourself.
You too. Safe travels. All right. And you guys are able to exit the estate, if that's your desires, your designs, with whichever path you want to go, whether you want to go out the main gate. There doesn't seem to be guards out there right now, or the side gate. That is completely up to you. And
I don't want to bump into anybody on the main road.
Yeah, Pius would go out the way we came.
okay, perfect. So you guys are gonna head back down that hunting trail.
I'm going to gather 1 or 2 of the bear traps.
Okay. Give me a either sleight of hand or thieves' tools or whatever.
I'll help you out if you
want
need to.
use. Yeah, and take advantage with Hendrix's.
I'm going to do thieves' tools.
Okay,
I am out of bardic inspiration.
it's all right. It's
We'll
probably
give a guidance if needed be.
17. 17 for the first one.
okay.
And yeah, do another one. And everybody's giving me
Yeah, you got advantage. You have D4.
rolled 18 for the second one.
Okay.
So I take both bear traps.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. It isn't too tough. They're pretty basic bear traps, but yeah, you're able to first spring them and then gather them up so that you're not, carrying a, fully loaded trap. They're fairly heavy, but yeah.
Yeah. I give one to Theo.
Thank you.
Hold on to. We may need these in the future.
Well, I can go hunt a bear now and get me a bear skin.
That sounds honorable. We can do that later.
Lovely. Thank you.
All right.
Right now, I think we're hunting people.
We're always hunting people.
So, continuing down the path, you guys get to the bottom of the path. A bit of time has passed since you guys spent quite a decent amount of time searching the room just to make sure that no issues kind of have come across there. You get to the bottom of the trail, assuming you're going all the way down to the bottom the way you came in.
On the trail,
Yeah.
are there, I know it's going to be mostly wooded and muddy, but are there any palm-sized smooth stones on the trail?
Sure. That's cool.
Yep. I'm going to grab one and pocket it in my pocket.
All right. Sounds good. No problem. You get to the bottom and you see two figures kind of like leaned up against a tree, just like off the main road a little ways before you get all the way down there. Kind of like leaned up there with like decent heavy cloaks as it's starting to get dark and colder in the
I
evening.
throw my hand up to stop everyone.
So before I forget, at this point, I would have had grabbed my armor that I had left outside and put it back.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. That
Two
makes
people
sense.
hit. Could be our wagon guy, but I don't remember a second person.
There was only one guy in that wagon. There are two guys here now.
And I don't think we see a wagon.
I don't think we see a wagon either.
No, it has been a few hours at the very, at the least, because you guys went up the trail quietly. You broke into the crypts, took your time to get it down there, and then now have dealt with Eris and the investigation.
Look at
We passed
Hendrix.
sunset.
I can go one way, you go the other. Randall, you go down the middle.
Okay, you want me to be loud?
That'll work.
Okay. And I dash off down the road, going full on Captain Jack, running. Ah! Oh my God, you guys, you wouldn't even believe what I've seen just now. What is that? Is that like a bear or a dragon? I don't know, but it's sexy and I want to do stuff to it. Oh yeah, I love a bear dragon in the woods one time.
Oh
You know
gosh.
what they say, once you go dragon, you're never flagging. I'm talking about my penis. Ah yeah.
Glad I'm not
The
looking
two-
right now.
Two figures turn towards this halfling running around, being very loud and obnoxious. You hear one kind of in a little bit of a guttural, rough tone speak to the other one. Actually, you don't speak, or do you? Yeah, you just hear this.
Undercommon. So if there's like an undercommon level to their goblinoid dialect, I may pick up on it.
Yeah. You kind of pick out a few words as they probably share a couple similar phrases, and the one that stands out is idiot.
Right? Okay. I'm going to stop what I'm doing and immediately walk up to the guy. So I'm like coming up to his, like maybe his waistline,
Yeah.
looking straight up at him. And I go, "You're an orc, aren't you? You're like a goblin, only stupider."
And you see, looking out of the cloak, a feminine, orcish looking face. As she looks down, and her like kind of tusks kind of coming up, and she switches to common. Half orc, and you're about snack size. The other person with him throws back his hood, and you recognize the merchant that you guys saw earlier, the large, bald-headed. Whoa,
Oh, okay.
whoa! This is my wife, and she.
I'm sorry, dude. No, that was on me. We thought that you guys were potential ne'er-do-wells. My lady, I can tell you one thing. In this lifetime, I may be a halfling, but you are all that. I can only apologize for my crass behavior. It was merely a ruse, if you will.
And I'm assuming you didn't do whatever it is you came here to do all alone. So, where's everyone else?
I immediately step out of the bushes right next to him.
A bit further back.
Lucius
Shake my
was
foot on the
just
branch.
walking straight the whole time because he wasn't gonna hide. He makes too much noise.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. Sagan kind of smiles. Yes, they're a bit rough around the edges, perhaps, but they seem to be okay.
You would have been dead if you were the enemy.
Sagan, where's your wagon?
That rhymed. I guess.
I do that on occasion.
Yeah. I brought it to the village. You said right before sundown, and figured I'd have time to unload and see to my business and come back.
Okay. How long is it going to take you to get your wagon?
You need a wagon?
I look at the others and I'm like, oh, we don't need a wagon. Where are our horses and dog?
You guys left them here somewhere, right?
I assume so. Are they still there?
Yeah, they're tied up
we tied them up.
to a tree.
Okay. I'm like, no, you're right. We don't need a wagon.
Well,
But we did need a friend, and you definitely came through. I reach out and I look at him like I'm reaching for that purse. That awkward moment of, do I pay you now, or are you?
it's okay. What happened? What did you guys run into?
Insight check.
Go
Who's
for
this
it.
guy
Yeah.
asking questions? I mean, that's a loaded question. If
Yeah.
ever I heard one.
Feel free.
10. Well, let me tell you, Sagan.
I mean, it's not like by your role, he doesn't appear to be trying to deceive or anything. He's just curious, small town merchant guy.
Look
What's
at
life on the
him.
big estate?
Look at him, and with the new bear traps, bears.
You found bears. Interesting. All right.
You know, you've been a lot of help, and we really appreciate it. And I'll give him my coin purse. Probably has like 15 gold. Hopefully this helps out. Have fun.
Wow.
Maybe we'll see you in the future.
Well, if you ever need a friend here in Boltree, or perhaps I'll see you sometime when I make trips to Tassos.
Hey, if you ever get
Absolutely.
down to see us, well, please, we would take you out for a night. It'd be a good time. You and your lady friend. 100%.
So you guys should go out and have a good dinner or something, you know?
Yeah, see, Tessa, I told you they were good people. There was a Lady Dragonborn that was with you guys. Something bad happened?
Bears.
Bears. All right. Well,
She had to part ways. We'll see her again.
fair enough. Just, if hopefully you guys took care of bears and we won't have to worry about that sort of thing around these parts.
Yeah. Did you see, you know what we forgot to do, you guys? You know what we forgot to do? We forgot to actually find out where the hell the airship actually went.
I thought he was coming to tell us. You told him
Yeah,
to
but we
find
never
out.
asked the question, and he was like, do you need anything else? And we're like, no, we're good.
Isn't he passing it on to your contact and using your code name, the fuck up?
Yes, absolutely. Everything's copacetic. We are a very coherent, effective strike team, you guys.
Indeed.
Aye. Did you see an airship yesterday?
Yeah.
Do you know which way it went?
I think it headed towards the west. He looks over at her and she says, Yeah. Westward bound, I guess.
Off the island.
I mean, there's a couple cities to the west. I mean, Mitras is that way, but there's other islands out. Yeah, right. There's a couple of other islands out that way too. Yeah, could have been, or could have swung around. It's hard to say.
All right. No worries. Well, okay. Thank you, Sagan. You've been genuinely a friend in need.
Oh, well, this is a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, thank you. And he'll grab the hand of the wife and give her a kiss. And you guys have a wonderful time. It was great meeting you. And your husband, great gentleman.
Thank you. He's a little rough around the edges, but I'm still working on him. One of these years.
Piles, shall we head off?
Indeed.
And they kind of like gather up their stuff, and she scoops up like a pack that she had on the ground, and they start walking up the road towards the direction of the town.
Okay. we're gonna go in the other direction, I guess, because we're gonna head back to our city.
All right.
Or are we gonna head west and go in that direction and see if we can spy the airship that left 24 hours earlier?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't quite 24 hours, but it was hours earlier. So, by the rate of airship travel that you're not going to catch a glimpse of them at this point in time. So, you guys are exiting the area here. What's your destination? Back to the capital, right?
Back to base, I would imagine.
Reconciled.
Back
Need
to
to heal
Nasos.
up. Need a report. I mean, you guys need to report to your guilds. I don't have a guild, I mean, you guys need to report to your
But I
guys.
do what I want.
I do what I want. All right, cool. So let us just so
I'll
anyone
tie the spare horse to mine, so at least trails behind us as we go.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
gonna probably have to give these back, aren't we?
We don't have to.
I
I think it would be a good idea. We don't want to soil Our Lady's name,
Hmm.
I mean, I think it's going to be quite expensive. And whilst it is fun to lay a debt at my father's door again, it doesn't really work long term.
So on the ride back, I opened the pouch.
Okay.
I rolled a 15 previous.
All right. So you find there 5 platinum pieces and 10 gold pieces.
Okay, so five platinum.
Yeah.
So I give everyone a platinum piece,
What?
and
Yeah,
then
so fully kind of, yeah.
10 gold. So I gave everybody 2 gold pieces each,
Okay.
and I keep the extra.
Fair enough. Are you guys riding full tilt towards the city? Are you guys going to take any rest?
I mean,
Took you about a day and a quarter or so to get here.
but that was like a long overnight rest, right?
Yes. So it just depends on what your aim to do for the travel.
Oh, I don't know about you boys, but the idea of me actually traveling along this tiny mountain trail in the dark without any kind of night vision is absolutely terrifying.
So we camp up for the night then.
Do you mind?
Of course.
No,
sounds
we
like
can
a good
do
idea.
that.
We got bear traps, so hey, whoever tries to mess with us.
Perfect.
Yeah, extra surprise.
All right.
Yeah.
Any preparations you'd like to do or anything you'd like to accomplish before you guys take a long rest?
Scout out the area, make sure it's a good location, as well as set up the 3 bear traps, because I'm already carrying one of them, so I just picked up 2 extra.
Just give me a single survival check.
I'll help you if I can by using the owl to fly around.
Cool.
Guidance.
Shit. Okay, hold on. How much is guidance?
Take it off! Take it off!
D4. Guidance is a D4.
So 25 total.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to strategically place the bear traps in a nice kind of like, it's like a little clearing, but with these trees that are big enough, tall enough that they kind of almost overhang most of the area. So any fire you guys light will be predominantly dissipated by the trees. There's a few rocks that kind of obstruct the pathways in. So you find like the 3 most likely locations for someone to try to sneak into your camp at night and set up bear traps. You're even able to find a bush that has like a bunch of mountain berries like growing there, so you're able to get some fresh berries to supplement your trail rations as well. And
Like that bottle of wine I took and start sharing it with everybody.
yeah,
I'm
very
going to
nice.
start singing a song whilst they're doing this. So in the first hour, in case that long rest does get interrupted, everyone will receive an extra 6 hit points of health as I sing a song of rest.
Cool. I am not planning on interrupting a long rest for this one. I think this is also a good time to take a quick break if anyone needs to grab anything to drink or use the restroom or anything. We're right around the midway mark here. So
Nice.
I figure that is a good spot, and then we will be back. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Sky Castle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge. Now, let's get back to the show.
Are we taking a long rest?
Welcome back. Yeah, long rest. You guys are doing long rest. Hendrix was going to look into the pouch of items.
While I'm alone.
Yeah. Give me a D20 roll, please, sir.
I'll do it on Beyond.
Sure. D&D Beyond.
12.
12. So you find 12 gems of various cut and size. All you would judge to be somewhere around like 25 gold pieces each.
Damn. Okay. 12 at 25.
Yeah.
Add them to my character sheet for now. I don't really. Is this the late night before we went to sleep, or early morning as everyone's waking up?
Whatever you decided you wanted, you would have taken the time for Hendrix to decide. We will be starting in the early morning, so you can do the long rest. But
Okay, I'll do it the night before, because I would have been impatient.
yeah, had a feeling. Yeah, no problem. You're able to, whether you want to do that secretively or whatever, but yeah, you manage.
Secretively for now.
Yeah, probably during your watch. I'm assuming everyone took watches, so we can say that would be a good time if you wanted to, peruse the contents. You guys are able to continue on throughout the day at a decent enough pace that come probably in the evening time, you're arriving back in the capital city of Nasos. You enter the gates of the city, these large gates that are able to accommodate quite a big structure, large like chariot of some sort or whatever, but like they open up to probably be 30 feet tall by like 30 feet wide. Huge solid stone, actually, like kind of doors that close, and there's a portcullis that seems to be, or what is that what they're called? It seems to be up all the time, so it's open for the most part. There are guards that stand watch, but as you guys enter, they especially recognize the insignias of those in lodges upon their shields and upon their gear, and kind of give a salute, nod, and allow you easy access back into the city. Here,
a happy, healthy sigh of relief as we pass through the threshold. Happy to finally be back in my city.
yeah. In fact, this area kind of in this lower region of the city itself, where the main gates are, and leads all the way over to the coast, where the main dock systems are probably particularly well known to Randall. Kind of like near the gate over on this side is probably a little bit more in that kind of like middle-ish, lower middle class area. But as you get further in, there's a distinct path that kind of like leads mainly through the city, and then there is a road that heads up a series of hills that lead up towards the temple area and the palace area, and then there is another path that would lead into the city where the docks and everything is as well. You guys heading back to the to your quarters in the main Shield Wardens area with the temple, or are you guys going somewhere else first? Are you going to
take the horses back, I believe?
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, you are able to. It's kind of in that general area where you had to choose to either go up into the higher upper class areas or kind of continue into the lower class, more dock working class areas of the city. You find the familiar stable that you were able to gather the horses from, and over near, kind of generally near the Lion's Den, which I believe is where you guys had kind of picked them up in that general vicinity.
Yep.
There is a halfling, kind of rotund, graying hair, that's sitting there currently, like on a large step stool sort of thing, and like brushing down a horse, kind of like in these outer corral areas. And he sees you guys come up, squints, pulls on a pair of glasses. Those are my horses.
Yes, this is right. These are your horses. We found them in a street, and we figured they're yours, and we bring them back for you. Yes.
Thank you for horses.
No, it's good. It's fine. No problem, guy. You pay us now, right?
Pay you?
Yeah, we find your horses. This is how this goes. I do say compensation.
Give me a deception check.
Sure.
I'll stick a hand out, gesturing for gold, if I can help him in some way.
You remember you also have advantage from Shadow Soldier PR.
Yeah, but I just rolled a 28, so...
Okay. Well, all right. At least I got my horses back. Yep, bring them in, and the dogs too.
What do we look like? Stable boys? No, you bring them in. You give us money. Let's go. God.
These people, no good. Well, I glance over at the lodge insignias on a few of your gear.
I'm gonna tell them in Elvish, don't pay too much attention to them. I'll talk to the military and make sure they give you my horses.
He comes scrambling out and starts gathering up the reins of the various animals. And, all right then, well, hold on. I have to get money. It's not like I walk around with cash on me.
Let's talkie, more cashiapi. Let's go.
This guy.
I'm gonna wait outside.
God. No wonder people steal your horses. You take so long to actually give them away. Let's go.
He puts them in the corral and comes back out. Fine. Here. And he puts 20 gold in your hand.
I go, thank you. And my friend, same amount, yes?
No. Goodbye.
What?
No, goodbye.
Excuse me. I think you mean to say, I apologize. I do not have enough money for you right now. You will instead have one of these horses for free so we can make horse burger. Yes?
If you like, I can call the locals guards, and we can deal with this with them.
Whoa, guy, whoa, oh. You give money.
I call guards, and we can see what happens.
Okay. Bye, mate. Cheers. Appreciate your time. Have a good one. Bye. Go walk up.
He like glares after you.
That's 5 for you, 5 for you, 5 for you, 5 for me.
As we're walking away, I'm like, Randall, So I know you've had accents before. So where was that one inspired from? Like,
What do you mean? Oh, this
Just-
guy?
yeah.
Well, all right. This involves alcohol. Let's go get some drinks. I'll
All
tell
right.
you all about the time.
About time you buy us all a drink after how you
I'm
treat
fine
us
with
all.
that. Sure. Let's go down to the Goliath retreat. I think Big Boy wants to get into a fight anyway.
What?
Oh, they do prize fights down in
Oh
the
yeah, I
south?
was supposed to fight somebody
Yeah.
or a beast or something.
Let's go on down. I feel rambunctious.
We're going to go fight a Goliath
No.
I reach in
No.
and touch my
100%.
stone.
We're not fighting that Goliath. He is a war veteran. He has not done well. Okay? We've literally beaten up enough disabled people today. I swear to God.
Mhm.
Just go a full 48 hours without attacking someone who's had some kind of physical ability impairment. That would be just superb. Okay?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Farewell, I will wait. And I pull my hand out of my pocket.
Oh, that reminds
Yes.
me. I reached into my pocket. I look at not yet. But I'm going to pull my hand back out again. So can we head over to the Goliath retreat?
Yeah, the Lion's Den.
Yeah, the Lion's Den. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, so you guys get to the Lion's Den. There is a Minotaur standing outside on guard. It appears to be there's no doorway right now. There's seems to be kind of like a frame to a door that seems to be somewhat in disrepair for whatever reason. And he looks you guys over and nods at you and gestures. Go on in if you like. Go on in. Go on in.
Thank you for your service.
Look up and down the Minotaur.
Got a problem, little one?
If he likes some big,
Not yet.
Drinks, 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 drinks,
Okay.
drinks.
Would you like some wine?
Twined. I am not sure I know what you are referring to.
It is all right. And Pius just walks in.
Okay. Yeah. No
Such an
problem.
obscure reference to go out of the Minotaur by pulling out a ball of twine. I mean, that is some savagery. You don't even know? That's even better, Pius. My God.
Did you know that Minotaurs can get lost in labyrinths, so they need wine?
No, I look at Hendrix and I'm like, drinks. Let's go.
Jinx. You step into a fairly lively bar. There is a woman on stage strumming a lute, singing a kind of body song, and a bunch of the people here like kind of singing along, pounding their pints on the tables, kind of joining in whatever this local kind of rendition of this song seems to be. The bar is fairly full, with the large one-armed Goliath back there, along with a probably like late teens, like human male back there as well, who seems to be like running around and scooping up various empty tankards and plates and running it into the back, coming back out with food. It's pretty bustling at this hour of the night. Evening, I guess. It's kind of early evening.
Pius, seeing the Goliath, leans over to Theo, nudges him,
remember, and don't beat up disabled.
I could take him.
I bet you could. You're a little vicious thing.
One throw will do him in.
I'll find you one of my boys one day, and then we'll test that theory. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll even get you a nice sling too.
Yes, a nice sling will work.
We're going to sit down at a table, maybe 30 foot away from the bar. I'm going to use Mage Hand to pull out my money pouch with 5 gold pieces. And I'm just going to, with the Mage Hand being this a translucent blue hand that comes up from the table and arcs over and just drops the money pouch in front of the barman so that he sees it. And as he has an eye reaction to it, the hand will like raise up and then come down and point down at our table. And I'll be like, one of those.
He looks over at you guys and kind of gives you a bit of a glare, but spots the... All right, so you guys find yourselves in the lion's den. You're able to get some beverages, get whatever you guys are looking for here. You find an open table.
I tell them the story about how a Russian hitman gnome broke into the house one night and tried to unsuccessfully murder my father in his sleep and failed in his attempt because he tripped over the rug and my father had him arrested. But in the time that it took for the night watch to come and take him away, my father and he had a conversation, and by the end of it, my father had actually taken the contract out on the guy who'd originally arranged the contract on him to be reversed, and this killer went back out into the street. And I remember saying to them how I remember the conversation from the top of the stairs, watching it happen, going, my dad's an absolute shit.
Do you want us to take him out?
No, that's my sword blade.
Very well, then. I will respect that.
I respect you, man. I respect how you like stand in a room full of 7 guards and you're like, let's just kill them all. That's crazy.
There was no escape beyond the guards. So it was either death or success.
I definitely prefer success.
I like success too. Hey, we had success today, kinda.
Oh,
We
yeah,
did.
that's a point. And I'll pull out 6 of the gems, and like there was some of these in one of the pouches I found, and I'll give you guys 2 each.
What?
I'm not too sure how much they're worth, but they're shiny, and everyone likes shiny.
Can I give them an appraising eye and estimate their worth?
Sure, yeah. Give me some sort of check, whatever you think would apply.
I guess would be either a history or a maybe arcana if it's made magically.
Yeah, they're not made magically, so let's go with history then.
Sure, I'm making it up. We're back to average rolls. I'm going to use my inspiration die for literally this purpose and this purpose only.
You also got the advantage.
Oh yeah, I do, don't I?
So if you want to use that instead.
Ooh, using advantage went worse. I'm going to use the inspiration on top of the advantage. Wow, I am just destined to not know the value of these fucking gems. 12, 7, and 9.
Okay. I mean, I think with a 12, they're not like super rare gems. And I figure with a little bit of, thought and comparing to, other things, figure they're worth somewhere around 25 gold each.
Okay. Thank you, Hendrik. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, well, Just like to show that it's not all bad out there.
Mm-hmm.
You can rely on each other. Maybe next time you can think twice before using that shatter spell. Because I have to admit, Randall, I've kind of noticed that a few times, and I kind of think that you broke my sword.
I mean, I absolutely broke your sword.
To be honest,
this is me just being honest. That when I drink, I'm like pure honest. Like,
and I put a hand on the hilt of the replacement rapier and go, to be honest, I'm not too sour about it.
that sword is bad news.
I think you guys should like hug it out. You know, we're all brothers here. Some shorter than others, but it's all good.
I mean, some people are grossly oversized. That's true.
In my lodge, we
I love
fight
you
now
too.
in their fighting pit.
Oh, that's downstairs.
Don't believe it would be a fair fight between me and Randall.
Oh
True.
no, wouldn't. It'd be a short one though. Oh, you think you'd win?
It's just we're made for different things.
I would pay to see that.
I'm made to win. I don't know what you're made to do.
They can do it now.
I don't want to fight you, Hendrix. I'll be happy to
Understandable.
fight. You know,
I wouldn't want
all
to
day.
fight me either. Apparently, I get real cocky when I drink.
I
Yeah,
love your
apparently.
confidence.
It is good to blow off steam that way.
So the guy setting up the fights, is he here or not?
I take a look around looking for the tiefling.
You don't see him up here, upstairs.
He was downstairs last time, Big Al. You want to take a look?
Yeah, I'll take a look, see if he's ready for me, and I'll go downstairs.
Okay.
I mean, maybe he's ready for all of us.
I don't like to do those type of activities, not with a bunch of guys anyways.
I think you're missing out.
Yeah, you should definitely try it.
Group fights. are
One of
always
those
fun.
days, sure.
I don't know, 4-on-4 action gets a bit messy. You don't really know where one person begins and another one ends. We are talking about fighting still, right?
Blood is everywhere. It is glorious.
Sure, fighting.
We are talking about fighting though, right? I mean, I'm like looking over at the badger like, what?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. More, please.
Yeah, someone comes by and refills your tankard. Okay, let's see. What is it? Philo Kolinek. All right, so currently, you come down the stairs. These guys are not here yet. We're just going to keep them off to the side for future tense and purposes. Yeah, so you walk in. This room is a little bit like, is more of a rowdy scene. There is a fight going on currently. It seems to be two kind of like big human males just kind of like going to blows, like with their fists, boxing and beating each other up. And there's people betting and screaming and shouting, and like a couple of guys like slamming against the cage fence there. You see behind the bar a red-skinned tiefling that appears to be Philo, who you were looking for.
By the way, is somebody taking bets or no?
Yeah, it seems to be that there is a lady that's kind of sitting at the edge of the bar that people are like walking up to and giving her money and taking a ticket from her. She's sitting down at like the bottom.
I'm going to walk up to her, and I'm gonna take that platinum piece and put it down. And I'm gonna say, put this on the underdog.
You sure? It's currently
Yeah, I'm
seems
sure.
to be quite a bit down.
Now, I have a question. Is there a corner where there's not that many people that I can go to?
Yeah.
I'm going to immediately cheat.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to a corner where people can't see me, but I can see the fight, and I'm gonna cast bless on that motherfucker.
All right. Oh, geez. Yeah. No
Less than
problem.
what, 30 feet. So
Yep. How's your verbal content on your bless?
Yeah, is it, give me a stealth check. Don't worry about disadvantage on this one, because it's not involving, like, movement as per se. But I do just kind of want to
19.
19. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so you're able to cast bless on this one individual, and it seems to be that things are kind of starting to turn around a little bit for the gentleman, and starts wailing on the other guy. Yeah.
How badly is he wailing on the other guy? Is it clearly obvious to everyone else?
Yeah, have you come downstairs or?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
I assume we've all gone downstairs, no?
yeah, out of curiosity,
Oh,
I
is-
think we've all taken a wander down now.
Everyone would have gone down. Okay, so let me.
I mean, I can imagine Lucius heading down first, and then like the three of us looking at each other like, why the hell are we up here still?
Oh, so
Yeah.
don't. Let me. So yeah, you guys, I had off to the side. So I'd say if he's going to the corner, this bottom corner here is probably the best general location if he's trying to stay out of sight and yeah.
Can I clamber up on this beer table, this beer barrel table?
Sure. Yeah,
Can
why
I
not?
proclaim, I will give odds to that so that man will win, pointing at the one that's currently getting beaten.
Hey, don't do that to me, man. I placed a bet on the other dude, and I cannot cast something on that dude, so don't fuck me, all right?
I think we both know I'm going to.
I'll share some money with you if you don't do this to me.
So I start taking, can I take bets from other people? I'm going to say 2-1 that guy wins.
Oh god. I mean, you can say it. Soon though, you see the tiefling come over from behind the bar. It's like, hey, you want to place some bets? You place it with Sarah at the end of the bar.
You're no fun, Nick Drill.
If you think that one's gonna win, put some money on him. He was doing well up until recently, and you know, had a little slip up. It looks like.
Fair enough then. I'm going to bound over to the lady and I'm going to put 5 gold pieces on the table. I go, that guy there, he's losing. Do I get odds?
Well, before I'd say he was the favor, but at this moment, I'll give you 2-1.
I'll take that bet. That's fine. And I start singing out loud, I need a hero. Oh, I need that guy to be a hero for me. I'm going to do a combination of bardic inspiration and heroism on that guy.
Damn. All right, let's do this. Why don't you both roll a d20? Just straight d20. Let me know where we're at.
Okay. Bless versus bardic inspiration. It's a classic battle between evil and evil. Okay, D20. Here we go.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 9. Oh,
So the fight kind of plays out. It takes a little bit of back and forth, but eventually the one that Randall had bet on seems to come out victorious and starts cheering. And there's a group of guys who like recently placed bets on the other one, starts getting upset and like tearing up their tickets and cursing. And there's several though that like kind of go over and turn in their tickets with her, and she starts paying out people.
Come on, yeah.
gonna go to that 5 gold pieces. That's a platinum piece, I believe you owe me. Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. Here you go.
Can I? No, I don't want that one. Can I take that one? Pointing to one which I know for a fact Lucius put down.
Yeah, it's got like it's from like the Ox Lodge, so it actually has like his ox like symbol on the platinum piece on it.
Cool.
Yeah. She goes, sure, whatever. They're all the same to me.
Fine. Cheers. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
At this point, being pissed off, I'm just like, I'm gonna walk up to him, put my hand on his shoulder. Man, you suck. And I'll just keep walking and talk to the tiefling guy. Like, I'm so pissed off, I don't even know what to say
I
to
might
him.
suck, but I also win. That's what I do. I suck and I win.
Well, you know what? I got the comeback.
I think.
Get
I
some
think
weird
about that for a
looks.
second, like, that doesn't sound like I wanted it to sound. Oh,
I don't know what to say to that, but
Right.
I'll look at the tiefling and you got that fight for me?
Wow. Hey. I suppose I could get a fight going for you. I had one good fighter. She's looking for a fight if you want in.
Absolutely, especially after all that money I lost.
Yeah, no problem. So say a platinum for the fight. If you win, you get 4 more. If you lose, then you walk away with your platinum.
Good, let's do it.
I flick. I hear this from distance. I flick his platinum coin into the hand of the tiefling.
He grabs it. All right. Well, all right. So if you're ready, I guess we can get going right now. You need a drink or anything?
Is
Yeah,
there,
I'll take a drink.
is there a larger fight that maybe all 4 of us could do together?
Oh, I mean, I don't quite have a group set up yet, but if you guys would like, I could do that in, I don't know, tomorrow or the next day. I need a little time to set up, group bouts.
I mean, we're just here for the night, I think. It is what it is. Don't worry, it's fine. Maybe another time.
All right. Well, let them clean up, and you see there's like a couple of guys that kind of go in and drag out the one that was like knocked out, and they start like mopping up the floor a little bit from the blood and the sweat from the 2 individuals, and cleaning up the cage.
Since I'm there talking to him, I tell him, what are the rules? Like, what can and I cannot do?
Yeah, what do you want the fight? I mean, she tends to prefer blades, but it's kind of up to you.
I mean, I got my spear. I just want to know, like, if I got some magical abilities, can I use that or not?
I suppose. I don't see why not.
You can use it. The GM can use
Should
it.
make sense. Go for it.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
as long as she knows, we'll let her know.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Is
if
this to the
she
death? He
if she
fights to the
doesn't
death.
if she don't think it's okay for me to use it, I'm fine with not doing it. But I just want to know.
I mean, she doesn't use magic herself, so it's maybe we leave the magic. You're a big fella.
That's fine. Oh, thank you. And
All right. Yeah, so soon a female in armor kind of like walks in, like lighter armor with a shield and a short sword, walks into the ring and got like blonde hair, fairly slim and delicate looking features, but definitely handles herself as if she knows what she's doing.
a human or something else?
Appears to be human. Yeah. And Sarah, the one that was taking bets, walks in and starts talking to her and nods and chats, and then she steps over and goes to you, Lucius. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, and I'll go up to the lady, and I'll reach out to give her like one of those warrior handshakes.
She clasps your arm and shakes along with you. So
Let's have a good fight.
no magic and just blades. Is that the rules we're doing?
Yeah, I mean, unless there's something else I should know.
I mean, I mainly just use my short sword here and deal as I can deal.
Okay.
All right then.
I think to like put her off, I'm gonna try to not seduce her, but be like, give her like a flirty compliment, like "I love your pose."
Your
right.
lats are exceptional. I can tell you never skipped leg day. My God, you're so well defined.
Nah, not that cheesy.
Your gluteus are the Maximus.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
I was born to be a bard. Because I'm an asshole.
Casting message and whispering into her ear pre-fight.
I'm rolling so bad in that there. I think I'm gonna start using the TNT beyond.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. She smiles. This kind of like no emotion smile at you.
Oh shit. She called.
It's okay. She's about to like try to kill me. So good.
And sorry, Hendrix, you said you were casting message.
Yeah, I'm just gonna in the background start casting message in her ear, just trying to distract her. Like, hey, look over here. No, not over here, over there.
All right.
You're never gonna know it's us.
Sarah steps out into the middle of the lady that was taking bets in the middle of this kind of arena area, and she gestures towards Lucius. I'm assuming you're in the cage at this point, and she gestures towards the other woman. Says, "Today we have." What was your name anyway, sir?
Lucius Silas.
We have.
And does anybody in the crowd notice, or any of them, that I'm a hero?
Yeah, I mean, I think your name is well enough known in this area. The Ox Lodge is well known. You've played in the games to represent the Ox Lodge in Nasos and the surrounding regions. So you definitely hear some murmurs like, "Oh, it's Lucius. Oh my gosh, it's Lucius." And people start like pulling out money, like ready to bet. But she's in the ring currently. She goes, "Lucius Silas is going to fight Agella Contali," and gestures towards the girl. There's no magic. However, other than that, we're going to do blades. We have clerics on hand and ready to go. No going for full kill blows, but you may deal damage as need be. First one to fall unconscious is the loser. Everyone ready? Let's have a good, clean fight. And she starts slowly walking back to the gate. And people are going up to the tiefling currently placing the early bets. As she slams the gate, she goes, "Fight!" And roll me initiative.
Done.
Oh, man.
What was her name again?
Agella Contali. CH.
22.
All right, so you will be going first because she rolled a 17.
So I'm gonna go like 10 feet. Be a cheap ass. I will use my feature so I get the 3 extra armor. And I'll stab. And then stab again. So let's see if I hit. 12. I doubt that.
No. I will not.
25.
25 will hit, though, yeah.
That one is 11.
Okay.
And then I will action surge and stab again. That one is 25.
Jesus, never mind.
And that is 8 damage.
right. 8 damage. Cool.
Oh, and I'll be an asshole, and I'll walk back over here, and then I'll point at her and, like, bring it.
She'll smirk and rush forward at you, pulling out a short sword. As she does, shield and short sword. Let me see how this feature works since you're using features. Let's see what feature.
Bring her all out. Have the bitch fuck me up.
That's half expected.
Give me an insight check, please.
10.
Well,
She steps forward and kind of does this lunge move to make you think that she's going in one direction, and then she swings back around and strikes with her short sword and finds a kink in the armor as she rolls a natural 20.
Very
For
nice.
that. So,
wait, did she just pull out a badger maneuver?
and you take 19 points of damage as her blade sinks in like this small area in your armor.
I look over at Piles like, that's you.
Yeah, it seems a very familiar kind
Fair
of
enough.
like.
She is impressive.
Oh, she's one of yours.
Do I see a Badger Lodge symbol?
You don't. You definitely recognize the style of fighting, but it is not like solely something that you guys are
Okay.
necessarily the only ones
Yeah,
that can do it.
specialized in
Yeah.
our token maneuver. So it's not.
Yeah. And the Badgers as a whole are kind of eclectic. It's your turn whenever you're ready to swing at her. Is an eclectic group too. It's like a lot of rangers, a lot of druid type things. It's just your particular style is a little bit more of a tricky, fighting style.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I use inspiration to reroll it?
Yeah, if you want to make, you can use an inspiration.
Yeah, good, because apparently that sucks at 14.
14 to hit. Will not hit. She
Okay.
bats away your strike with her shield.
And let me do my bonus attack. Okay, that one hits 23.
Yeah.
11 damage.
Okay. Yeah, that will do it. She does not have as many hit points at all, but you're able to like smack her, and she went to block, but you're able to like kind of break through, and you're able to knock her out, and she like slumps to the ground.
I'll grab her hand to pull her up, and I'll cast Healing Word on her.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. She'll wake up, shake her head. Nice. It's
fine.
good hits.
You had really good tactics yourself.
I thought I may have gotten you with that blow, but you're hardier than I thought.
You almost had me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm definitely gonna feel that later.
Good.
Definitely a good way to take somebody big out of you.
Yeah, it's usually the only way. Catch them off guard and take them down quick. Well done.
A pleasure
She-
fighting you.
Smacks you on the shoulder and goes, Lucius! And gestures towards you, and the crowd like cheers and
I'll
erupts.
just to be nice, I'll grab her hand too and pull it up. Just so get people cheering and stuff.
People go wild. They're excited. Though it wasn't a long fight, they saw two individuals that they felt were like highly skilled in their craft and enjoyed the show.
And I'll make my way to them.
I've ever seen a friend of mine in a battle in a betting pit And not only did I forget to bet on him to win, but every single one of us forgot to bet on him to win.
Yep.
Too bad you guys would have made a pretty decent amount of money.
Yeah. We're out.
I was too
Fidel
drunk.
comes and drops the 4 more platinum in your, like 5 total. So he drops 5 platinum for you, and
Okay.
nods. Well done, boys. That was a
You
good
end
fight.
up needing more fighters, let me know.
Oh, yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Maybe I'll get a group thing together.
And I'll give each one of them a platinum too,
And my other one back, right?
Yeah.
obviously.
I'm kidding, mate. I'm kidding. Keep it. It's more fun taking it from you than actually keeping it.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks. I may need some bandages. That girl hit me pretty hard.
I was like, oh shit, a nat 20 on the first roll.
And she brought me down to 23.
Yeah, she only had like 20 something, 29, I think, 28 hit points. She's, but yeah, she came in with a quick little dash on you. I was like, oh, maybe I got him because I know you got some sorcerer in there, but you got a lot more hit points than I thought. I was like, oh damn, nope. Cool. So you guys are able to spend your night drinking and enjoying yourselves. Is there anything in particular you're aiming to do here or on this evening?
I am going to spend the night carousing, going from table to table, engaging in banter. I'm looking ideally for a captain of an airship.
Okay.
Or failing that, someone who would have access to an airship, who might be able to get passengers on at a reduced fee.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a roll of some sort.
Sure.
I'd say like a persuasion or like a performance. This is kind of more like you're carousing.
Okay.
So
just going around, being me.
Your ability to kind of like get people to open to you and kind of I don't know.
That's a 19 on performance.
Okay. Yeah, so you're searching around. You do come across a Modia Ahela, a female. Let's actually make her an Aarakocra. She's kind of sitting in the back of this area with a small group of her, crew members or whatever. She's dressed in very nice but like sturdy leather, like armor leather, like studded leather armor, but like it's of a decent quality, kind of very ready to go, travel ready. She's got a rapier at her side and she's talking, and as you're kind of going around and kind of like hinting to people that you're looking for a captain of an airship, she smiles as you kind of are chatting with her group and goes, well then, what would you want the captain for?
Always wanted to go up in a ship. They look very cool. Way up in the sky. I figure anyone who's willing to actually go for a flight, surrounded by gas and danger, must be a pretty fun kind of person to hang out with.
Well, I've had my fun times, of course, yes, but if you want, you could buy me a drink and I can tell you more about it if you're curious.
Tell you what, love, why don't you and me have a little quiet chat down by the table and I'll buy a bottle. We can get to know each other real well.
be fun.
Oh, I guarantee it'll be fun.
She gives a wry smile, and then she gestures towards a table that's like opening up now that there's seems to be a lull in the fighting. Like some people are going off to do whatever. So there's one of the tables kind of opens up, and she sits down.
I'm going to spend the rest of the night chatting her up. Safe in the knowledge that Julie does never come to this bar, so I don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend that time doing up a storyline of I like to explore and get out of the city. Me and my friends are thinking about taking some time off and heading out west, you know, just exploring the old trade routes and all the best stories, all the best books of a guy riding off into the sunset, you know what I'm saying? So we just want to head out there sometime.
Okay.
Maybe we could carry on drinking and flying together, and that could be a fun time. I'm going to be maybe making some romantic overtures towards her, but only if I feel like it's a natural part of the conversation.
Okay.
Like if we're getting closer, her beak is getting a little bit close up to my ear. I'm actually finding myself stroking her feathers on her wings just a little bit here and there. You know, there's a little bit of touch here and there.
Yeah.
It's a natural process.
Why don't you give me a like persuasion or deception if that's the route you want to go?
I don't want to go with a deception.
Okay.
I want this to be a perfectly. I am not the kind of bard that goes for fake seduction.
Okay.
I will rely on game being game.
Sounds good.
So performance or persuasion, yeah?
I'd say persuasion.
All right. Oof, here we go. Don't suck.
This is past the...
Boy's got some skills. Call me Michael Jordan, because I got a 23.
Oh, damn. Yeah, she definitely seems to be into you. As the night kind of goes on, she's getting closer and, accepting of the touches here and there and laughing at your jokes and stuff. While he's trying to seduce this captain of an airship, what's everyone else up to?
So she's just gonna see if that girl he fought is still there. And if she is, it's gonna have the waitress bring her like a pitcher and a drink and let her know that it's from him. And whenever she looks over, he'll raise like the drink. And and then just go back drinking with the boys.
Okay. Yeah. She gestures like thank you. And then she takes a few sips and sets down her tankard and comes over and goes kind of grasps onto your shoulders from behind and goes, thank you for the beer. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Great fight. You were a great sport. Had a great time, so I figure, might as well share. This is Pius, and this is Hendrix.
Hey.
Thank you.
He's your cornerman then, huh?
Yeah, and the little one over there, and he'll point at him seducing the captain lady.
Oh, dang. Looks like he's making some inroads. She's definitely digging on him.
He's a smooth one for sure.
Well, a little too fragile for me, but yeah, some people like that.
Anyways, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. We're just having a few drinks before we head out.
Oh, I appreciate it. And maybe some other time I've got my compatriots, and she gestures back towards her table where there's, there's another female there and another gentleman there that are all kind of huddled around a table. And they kind of look over as she gestures and they thanks.
Oh, seeing her companions once she leaves the table, I'll order another 2 pictures for the other 2 so they're not left out and shit.
And they go, thanks. And she sits back down and starts chatting. If there's Anything else you guys are looking to accomplish? Are you hanging out while Randall works on his seduction, or are you guys going to move on at some point?
One thing I'd love to have attempted before Randall left the table,
Oh, sure.
in the spirit of banter, was trying to maybe pickpocket him
Okay.
as he walks away.
All right.
Just to, like, I know he has 2 pouches on him for his gold, one out on show, and one maybe tucked away. I'd have probably bumped into him before he walked away and try and take in his hidden pouch.
I would definitely give you a guidance whenever I see you chasing them.
I do not do well on that. Okay, with a guidance, which is the D4.
So, Randy, you want to roll perception, or
Which would have been an 11 total.
yeah?
So my passive perception is such.
Oh yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
My passive perception is 12.
yeah. That's fine. I'd say you're at least get that, and then I guess it just depends on whether you realize that that's what he's going for, or just that you react and avoid him.
You just see me walking towards you, like, ooh.
doing it, you know?
Sure. So perception,
Yeah.
that's a 16.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll
You
let
can
him.
tell he's going for it.
Yeah, I can tell he's going for it, and I have enough time with my sleight of hand to be able to switch the pouches.
Nice. Yeah.
So you definitely walk away with a quite heavy pouch in your hand.
I feel achieved. Like, I got him back, little fucker.
Yep.
Full of
Ways.
flour, huh?
Nope.
No. Okay.
It's something though. He'll find out when he opens it.
Fair enough.
The funny thing is, I never planned to open it. I was just going to give it to somebody else in the group, and just like, that's quite funny.
That's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Love it. Yeah. So, who do you give the pouch to?
Well, while we're sitting around the table, Lucius talks about how smooth he's being at the table with the Kakroka. I'll be like, pull out the pouch and be like, he's not going to get far without this. Just place it on the table. I don't know how he's going to be paying for those rounds.
It makes a clunking heavy sound as it readjusts, but it still sits upright. The shape is maybe a little bit off for coins, but it could be something else that's valuable.
I think I would pick it up and pass it to Pius.
And what?
Pass it to Pius.
Yeah, pass it to Pius.
I do not want it.
But you're the adventurous one. There might be rocks in there.
I only need 1 rock.
Yeah, but what if you miss?
This whole time I've been like staring at this Goliath. Every once in a while, they've been moving around, whatnot. I've been drinking slowly. I've been drinking, and later on in the night, I guess, is when Pius makes his move.
Okay. All right.
He walks up to the Goliath, sits at the bar stool, pulls out the rock, and sits it on the bar table.
He looks down at it. Everything all right, little one?
I look up at him, and you can tell I've been drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been drinking the hard stuff. Did you know it has been told that you can kill Goliath with a single stone?
First of all, I think you may have had too much to drink. Second of all, I know many a stones that could kill a Goliath. That one won't do it.
Want to make a wager?
What do you have to wager? Gonna give me an arm back?
If you need one.
He looks down at you. Your arm's a little small for me, boy.
I have other ways.
Well, if you'd like, someday I could fight you in the pit. Tonight, I'm on duty, and if you really want to cause a scene, I wouldn't suggest you do it here and now.
Why would there be a scene?
He like raises an eyebrow and looks down at you. And I mean, he's like 7 feet tall and towers over the bar already. And he looks at you, and then he like looks behind you. And if you turn and look, you notice that there's like half the bar has like stopped what they were doing and are like watching whatever this interaction is. Pretty much all of them with their hands on weapons.
Do we see this interaction?
Well, this is technically upstairs because the Goliath hangs out upstairs. The Tiefling's downstairs, where Randy, you are hitting on a Aarakocra captain.
Right.
So it depends if anyone would have been upstairs or followed him upstairs from there. That would be a thing. But yeah.
I don't think
Too
anyone.
much to drink to care.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first we're going to know about it is when someone gets launched down those stairs. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still eyeballing him. And then I reach in my pocket and pull out a ball of twine.
Bumpkins. And he moves on to like the next person who wants a drink and just kind of ignores you at that point. Randy.
Mm-hmm.
Down the stairs comes a very well-dressed man. Let me see. I believe he is kind of a human male, short hair that starts to be like graying a little bit, skinny, in a very nice suit, kind of like definitely seems out of place. And the minute you see him, you recognize an individual that has served your family for many a years.
Timmons!
Ah, Master Randolph.
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it seems to me that someone's been going around using the family name, mentioning both your father's name and that of your brother, and claiming that they will take care of very sundry debts.
This person sounds hilarious.
Your father does not feel that is very humorous.
Is he here?
You think your father would come to this place?
Thank God.
And who's this beautiful, lovely lady you have here?
Oh, this is my new friend. She is. Hold on, I actually do know her name. I did write it down. I'm not a bad person. It is Modia.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to interrupt your date, lady. Just
Yes. Of course. I'd stand up. I'm looking a little bit unsure of myself. Shall we maybe have a conversation outside?
yes, that probably would be beneficial. I'm sorry, dear, for this. Here, and he puts like 5 gold on the bar stool there. Why don't you get yourself around, and Master Randolph will be back shortly.
I promise I will be Modia. Don't you move. I'm watching you. No, I will come back if I see a wing out of place. I'm gonna know. All right. I'm gonna do one. Timmons, I was just having some fun as I got the stairs.
You know, you generally try to fly underneath the radar. It seems to me that things are getting a little bit more loud. And you know how your father likes loud.
Yes, I know exactly how he likes loud. He likes to keep everything nice and quiet. hush hush, under the carpet, in the shadows.
Quite. Just figured I'd give you a friendly hello and look out for your father's wrath if he fully figures it out. He is pretty sure. Yes.
If he was sure, he would have had me arrested and thrown in jail. He's done it before and he'll do it again. Simple fact is, he sent you here to find out whether or not it's going to be the truth. But you won't say anything to him because you actually like me, Shimmons, unlike him, who cannot stand the very sight or name.
Yes, well, sometimes I question my judgment, but yes. I still remember the little one that ran around and put on his little shows in the rooms and cheered up his mum.
Fine, I understand. Shimmons? Shimmons, how are you?
Quite well, I suppose.
Good to see you.
Your father's been on a tear. He went to that party without me, and someone stole a bunch of his things. A lot of coins was stolen there.
Oh no.
Yes, it took him forever to find his coat. He was not pleased at all.
Oh dear. Did he find his cane?
Yes, he finally found it eventually. Someone dug it out of somewhere.
Oh, it's probably in the garden. I don't know. Maybe.
It was dirty. I had to polish the damn thing all night.
Oh, okay. Well, then whoever took that would surely feel very sorry if they knew that you would have had to do that ultimately. But at the same time, I'm sure you think about it and think it's, again, quite hilarious.
If he knew that was you, he'd really be pissed.
What? Are we upstairs at this point? Have we gone out through the top?
I mean, wherever you think you would have let him off to have a conversation.
I think this conversation would have happened as we went up the stairs, going out through the top side and out into the main entrance. So we would be standing outside that point at this stage.
Okay.
Jimmins, you could have sent a message to the pub. You could have sent a message. I'm sure you know I'm working with the Shield Wardens now. If you didn't, I'm actually employed. Father would probably be most mortified to hear that.
A true feat in his mind it would be, yes.
Well, it's happening, and I'm doing very well. I'm helping people. It's very strange.
That's probably a first for you, I think.
But you know where I am, and you could have a message sent a 1,000 different ways. Why are you here?
Why am I here? That is a great question. You know I've always had a soft spot for you, and Lord knows why, but between you and my love for your mother and her definite continual doting on her black sheep child, I felt that I might as well swing by myself. I had other people going to other locations. This was one of many. Happened to be along my route.
As long as there's no ulterior motive, as long as there's nothing you're trying to let me know about, as long as no one's following you.
Doubt anyone's following me. I have my ways of avoiding such things and spotting such things at times, but no, this was more just a courteous stop by to let you know your father is on the warpath. And when Primus decides he wants to teach someone a lesson, beware.
My face will pale, and I'll have a slight hangdog expression. I'm going to lean over and throw up, wipe my face and go, well, the thing about Father is that he's used to going to war with people who aren't ready. And I've been doing nothing but getting ready. So perhaps you might like to pass on a message to him.
And what would that be, young Master Adolf?
He brings shame upon our house. He brings shame to Mother by his very existence. And if his father was still alive, he would have cast him out.
All right.
Can you tell him one more thing?
Dare I?
The next time I see him, there will be fire.
Don't know what you play with, young Randolph, but I hope you don't make mistakes that are irreversible.
Just tired of being afraid.
That I can understand, young one. I'm glad to see that you're getting to a point in your life where you can cast that off.
A friend of mine told me recently it's really about just finding yourself and being strong to that power. I appreciate it.
I'm glad to see it. I'll clasp you on the shoulder.
I'll pull you in for a really tight hug.
He gets a little like, he gives you the hug, but it's that like kind of prim and proper, like I shouldn't be doing like pat on the back.
I smile because I know there's a part of me that wants to give the hug, but there's also a part of me that really enjoys him being so uncomfortable and me giving him the hug.
Yeah,
for sure.
There, master. You'll be fine. You've got a lovely looking woman down there.
Yes, I'll be there.
Try not to, have her chasing you down the street with a knife.
That happened one time.
I'm just saying. Your dad still likes to laugh about that one.
Well, I'm glad that I can bring him some money. Tell my mother I will see her next rest day. Yes?
Of course.
I will gonna.
Yes, please.
Sure. Okay.
And he
I'll see you soon, Simmons.
brushes the wrinkles that you caused out of his nice suit and puts his hands behind his back and turns and slowly just strolls away.
As he strolls away, I'm going to give him a little smile looking out after him, and I'm going to do a slow look around the area. Just to see if anyone's looking back at me, see if I see any potential issues later on in the night. The practice eye of a bard who knows how to spot a room, which guy is definitely waiting to actually have a go with a knife later on.
All right, give me a perception check.
Perception check. It's like a check for perception. +2. 13. Bar mitzvah.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be anyone paying particular attention to you guys. Various tavern goers coming and going, and people enjoying their evening of drink and revelry.
Okay. I'm going to walk back through the main doors, and as I am about to go down the stairs, I'm going to take a look to the sound of "Do you have twine?" In
the meantime, you probably would hear whatever the little bag is set up for as I open it up, telling Lucian, "I've got the next round," as I open it up to get what I believe is your coin out.
You reach in, and your
siren goes off?
Yeah, siren goes off. He casts the alarm spell on it.
Hey, man, listen, the Lion's Den is not in a salubrious environment, okay? A lot goes on. You're going to reach in and you're going to pull out 3 similarly sized, flat, smooth stones. One has got the texture and color from outside the village, where the siren woman was, the woman who had entranced the entire village.
Mm-hmm.
There's one which has got the same colors as inside the Shield Warden's residence. and one is from the trail just outside the Galipos estate.
And you just... Motherfucker got me. Yeah. That's how you hear me go, Randall! Like,
Oh, you found my pebbles.
All right. You're able to go back down and rejoin the Aarakocra lady down there. She is still sitting at the barrel. She's purchased a couple of light green colored drinks in small glasses, and she's got them sitting there on the barrel.
Oh, I cast whole person as I'm going down the stairs, by the way, at the back of Pios, as I see him standing up to the Goliath.
Pius,
Yeah,
make a save. What is that? A wisdom?
I think so. Yeah,
There.
I'll check
Wisdom
that.
save?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so.
Nope, didn't pass.
All right. You find yourself just kind of like frozen there, unable to really move.
Yeah, that's for a minute of me concentrating from distance, which gives me enough time to go down and say to Lucius, going, Badger's about to start a fight with the Goliath. Do you want to go and pick him up, bring him downstairs?
Yeah, I got him. God damn it. This guy was fucking rough.
So
Back over to Aaron.
when you come see me, I've got one hand on the one rock and the other hand on a ball of twine. I'm still like all cockeyed and weird looking at the Goliath, or at least where he was at.
I'm gonna just go up to him and I'm gonna whisper to him, I told you I was gonna get you one of my boys to fight with you. Can you leave the one-armed man alone? And then I'll put some gold, like 10 gold pieces in the table. Look at the Goliath. I'm very sorry about my friend here. He might be mentally ill.
He might be indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, very sorry. Here you go. If you want a drink, I'll buy it for you. I hope he wasn't too much trouble.
Nah, he wouldn't have been much trouble anyways. But yeah, just let him know he's done drinking for the night anyways, and
I'll try to cut him off.
Keep
He's
an eye
a little vicious, you know. And I'll grab him and throw him over my shoulder, and I'll hold in the other hand his twine and his rock.
Awesome. All right, perfect. And so the night progresses. Randall, things are going really well with this Aarakocra. Anything in particular, like role plays wise, that you needed to accomplish with her, or at some point she kind of looks at you and smiles and leans in and goes, I do have a room upstairs.
Oh, yeah?
Would you like to see? Tell you more about my ship?
You know what? I think I'd really enjoy that.
And that's a great place to end for today's session. Randall heading upstairs with the Aarakocra lady, and the three of you enjoying the rest of your evening, although the tiefling now keeps an eye on Peos and makes sure that he's not partaking of alcoholic beverages. And that is where we'll stop.
I come out of it and say, I had him.
All right.
But I'm scared. Like, I don't know if I want to get you a slingshot anymore. You might end up killing every Goliath from this
Right.
it's from across the room, every chance.
Right, just bing. Thank you, all of you who joined us today for this session. Thank you, these wonderful players jumping in. Again, another fairly RP heavy, except for Lucius beating down a poor little lady. No, she'd be savage if she wasn't like one-on-one against a fighter. So we love you all. Have a great week. We'll see you in 2, and we'll continue to see what's going on. Have a great one, guys. Bye.
Peace out, people.
Deuces.